Hi fellow dreamers, in this video we are going to answer your dream questions. Thanks for joining everybody. My name is Carolina. As you know, I focus on doing children's books like these books here. These are our Lupita books, and they really promote love, unity, and peace. And as you know, we also help our followers interpret their dreams. The reason we do this is because when we listen to our dreams, we are connecting with our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So guys, let's go ahead and get started with our dreamers' questions. I appreciate you all sending these in. So the first one says, I often have dreams with people from my past, and then people from my present often enter at the same time. Is this meaningless, or does it have some meaning to it? Okay, so it would be great if you included also how you are feeling, because you know these dreams are all meant to guide us. So if in the dream world you're having a lot of people from your past come into the present, and again you're having some of these present people in your dream state, it's letting us know that there's something we can learn from these individuals. So for example, if these people from your past brought you a lot of joy, there was a particular learning experience, etc., what was it that these people from your past brought to you? What did you learn from them? Because whatever that is, it is coming into the present for us to learn from and to apply now. So we've really got to be able to analyze that and to see what is it that they offered us, how do they guide us, and how can I use that learning, that experience to right now. All right, now there is a connection between these past people and these present people, but we won't know the real connection until we can get more information from you. For example, how you were feeling during the dream, what were you all doing? Okay, who came about first, the people from the past or the people from the present? It's important to see how these people connect. All right, because the way that these people connect is going to help guide you, and it's going to help let you know what it is that you've got to do next. But I do appreciate you sending in your dream. Remember guys, whenever you send in your dream, send us also the feelings that you were feeling during the dream and then when you woke up, because that always helps guide you. All right, thank you so much for sending that. Now our next dreamer says, my son has nightmares about being chased. What can I tell him to ease his fear? Oftentimes he wakes up screaming because he says he's being chased again. Okay, so your question here is how we can ease his fear, right? Because he feels like he's being chased during these dreams. So these dreams, especially if he's waking up screaming, these are what we can also call night terrors, right? If he's waking up screaming like this, we want to be very careful whenever we're guiding our children with their dream interpretation, because these dreams here, whenever they're nightmares, whenever they're night terrors, we just want to be very careful that we don't increase the fear within them. Okay, now what I mean by this is whenever your child tells you their dream, if you're asking them questions, that's a good thing, but we want to make sure that we're asking questions out of a place of peace and out of a place of love, right? We don't want to increase that fearful energy by us ourselves being anxious or being fearful as we're asking the questions. So if your son is being chased, let's reflect it outward. What is going on in his waking state where he's feeling like he has to outrun something? Okay, there is this energy that he feels is either pressuring him, is either on him, won't leave him alone, right? So much so that he keeps running in these dreams, trying to outrun whatever this is, right? Whatever this is, and he's waking up so fearful. So we've really got to be able to talk with our children and be honest, right? Have them provide some honesty, but us as parents, we have got to be able to learn to listen, right? Let the child guide us. Let the child guide us with what they were feeling in their dream and how that reflects outward. Ask them that. How does this reflect waking state? When in your waking state, do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you're being chased, like you have to outrun something? That is really important. And if it's happening over and over, that means obviously it's a reoccurring dream. So it means that this is something that keeps happening in waking state, and it keeps on coming into dream state because he's not able to deal with it yet. Okay, but the good news is that it is coming up in dream state. So now we can do something about it. The first step is to have that honest conversation with him, to just get his perspective on what is going on with waking state, because these two things obviously connect. And if we can listen to the child, if we can really get to the bottom of why these dreams are coming about, then as parents we can help them. All right, thank you so much for sending in your dreams. I also have a particular video just for kids dreams, so if you want to check that out, that's on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully that helps you as well. Now, our next dreamer says, I had a dream that I was in a tunnel and it kept spinning as I tried to cross it. I saw my mom on the other side and she kept telling me to make a run for it. I ran as fast as I could, but I couldn't move. I woke up afraid because I couldn't make it across. Okay, I don't know what to do with this information. It makes me very fearful to think of going back to sleep and having to be in that spinning tunnel again. Okay, so yes, those dreams are beautiful, right? Because I'm totally picturing it. I'm picturing you in this tunnel that is spinning, and you're trying to run across it, but you can't run across it, right? For whatever reason, you can't run in the dream. You are just kind of at a standstill. So okay, so let's think about this in waking state, right? Oftentimes in waking state, we are in a big situation, right? There are all these situations around us, and we can think of it like our life path. Okay, so for example, that tunnel in your dream can very well be a representation for your life path, a particular situation that is going on in your life, and it can feel a little bit out of control. Okay, it feels like it's spinning, it feels like it's never ending, and you have to make a run for it. Okay, so what's going on in waking state that reflects that? Okay, what situation in waking state feels similar to that? Feels like I can't get across it. I keep trying to get across it, but I'm frozen. I don't know what to do. I don't know that next step to take. All right, this is an alert dream. Okay, this is letting us know that there's something going on in waking state where we're feeling this way. We're feeling like we can't get to the end goal. We can't make it across. But the good thing here is that your mom was there. Okay, whenever you have a dream that is causing you some kind of fear or what have you, but then you see your mother at the end, or another loved one, right? It's letting us know that yes, you may be going through a tough time, you may be going through that, but it's letting us know that there is a guide, there is help at the end of the tunnel. There's literally light, a loving individual at the end of that tunnel. So it is helping you to feel encouraged, to know that even though you are going through a tough time now, there is love at the end of the tunnel. There is your mother at the end of the tunnel, and you can get across it, right? But let's reflect it outward. What is going on right now where you're feeling like you can't make a move? Where you're feeling like if you do, you may not make it across, okay? What is going on? It can be a particular situation within work. It can be a personal situation. It can be a health situation, whatever it is for you, but just be honest with yourself about that, because it's time to heal that. Okay, your dream is letting you know you can get across, like you will be able to get across, because you've got a guide at the end, you've got that loving energy at the end, but it's almost feeling like this situation is uncontrollable. You can't control it. It keeps on spinning, and you're frozen. So it's time to take some action. If you can't take action in dream state because clearly you couldn't move, let's take action in waking state. Okay, there is always something that we can do in order to get this momentum going, in order for us to feel like we are able to move, we are able to go across. And your mom here, she keeps telling you, she's like, run for it, make a run for it. It's letting us know someone out there is encouraging you. Take that help, okay? Take that assistance. That is what's going to really help you through this. We can talk about this more profoundly if you'd like, to get into the real details of what this situation is, and maybe we can help guide you take another step, at least in waking state. And of course, it will reflect in your dream state. Thank you so much for sending it in. All right, let's go to our last dreamer here. I think this may be the last one. We'll see. I started meditating since you said it helped you on your dream journey. Yes, it did. And I've recently had dreams that fill me with calm energy. I think the meditation helps. Thank you for sharing these tips. Do you have any other tips to have more calm and peaceful dreams? So I'm very glad that you tried that. Okay, I kid you not, right? Like whenever you meditate, whenever you're in waking state and you practice being in that peaceful energy, being in that loving energy, it is so natural that it just kind of follow you into dream state, right? So I'm glad to hear that you're having these more peaceful dreams, these more calming dreams. And fellow dreamers, this is a particular individual that was suffering with a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, but he is starting to practice meditation in waking state. And I'm so glad for that, because we can see this by your response here. We can see this by the dreams that you're saying that you're having that bring you that calm, peaceful energy. I'm very happy for you. The more that we do this, the more that we practice, it doesn't have to be meditation for you, right? It's meditation for me and for this dreamer. It can be running, it can be exercises, it can be reading, painting, whatever. What is your meditative state? What is your peaceful energy? What is it that brings you to that peaceful, loving state? Because whatever that is, you need to do more of that, okay? We need to do more of that so that way that reflects in dream state. And again, these two things are all in one because we are one being. So another tip that I have for you besides meditation is a little bit of what I just said, right? Whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Do you enjoy painting? Do you enjoy singing? Whatever it is you enjoy that brings you that loving energy, we need to just incorporate more of that in waking state. The more that we do that, the more we are going to feel at one with ourselves, and the more that we're going to have these wonderful dreams. Now, another thing I'll tell you is if in waking state, if you're doing something that causes you a lot of frustration, anxiety, fear, okay, it's time to put a pause on it. Now, let me be very clear with this, because when we try new things, when we're expanding, it's normal to feel a little bit nervous. It's normal to feel a little bit of fear. That is totally normal. If you're feeling like this is kind of a little bit of anxiousness, but out of excitement because this is your first time taking this step forward, because you know that you're expanding, that is okay. That's normal. We can work with that, okay? Why? Because we know that at the end of the day, this is going to help us grow. If your answer is, this is going to help me grow, this is going to help me be a more loving version of me, go for it and do it, all right? But if this anxiety and this fear is coming, and you know that by doing whatever this is will only increase that energy, will not take you to a more expanded state, a more loving state, then you have got to hit the brakes on that. Okay, you've got to hit the brakes on that and let it go for right now. Okay, we don't want to do anything that is going to grow our fearful energy. On the contrary, we want to do those things that are going to grow that loving energy within us, because that grows the self-confidence as well. So we can talk more about that in our next videos, but that's all the time we have for today, dreamers. I also want to remind you that, of course, if you want to do a one-on-one consultation, you can go to my website and we can talk about your dream journey. We can help you understand your dream language, so that way you're able to connect with yourself and understand what all of your dreams are telling you. Now, the last thing I'll tell you is that our books are available, Lupita and the Magic of Mexico and Lupita and Her Magical Dreams. As you know, we're going to go to one of the local North Carolina public schools October 14th. So if there are pictures or anything that I can share, I will of course share that with you. And last thing, guys, we are going to be doing a donation drive, so that way we can fund a whole bunch of these books and send them to the Sidewalk School in Matamoros, Mexico. So if you're interested in contributing to that effort, please go to my website. There's a little donation button and you can donate, and then put at the bottom for the Sidewalk School. Okay, I really appreciate all of you. I send you a huge hug. I send you love, unity, and peace. We will be in contact. Bye, everybody.